Ladies and gentlemen, today you're in for a special episode. I'm specifically recording this one at 3 a.m. so that we can attempt to contact one of the most infamous channels in history. Ladies and gentlemen, gather around the table and peer into the crystal ball. Today, we're calling Jaystation's channels at 3 a.m. That's right, it's official. YouTube seems to have completely banned and removed ImJaystation's channels. Today, we're going to talk a little bit about Jaystation, why he was controversial, what caused his ban, and if it was justified. So stick around if you want to hear about that. Hey guys, editing MattyO here. Just jumping in to remind you to like, comment, and subscribe. As a growing channel, about to hit 1,500 subs by the way, those three things really help the videos do better and in turn help the channel grow. So hit like, leave a comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. Let's get back into the video. Who was Jaystation? Well, if you've been a viewer of mine or really any other commentary channels, you probably have a little bit of an idea. He really was a pioneer of the 3 a.m. spooky children's videos. Not sure that that's exactly what I'd want to be a pioneer of, but hey, it's an accomplishment, I guess. His videos were aimed at kids and were generally designed to be scary. I mean, scary if you're 10, not if you're 15 or older. Sometimes he would fake a call with a character from a different TV show and an evil version of them would show up, like the Boss Baby or Elmo. Sometimes he would fake some dark web website and use that as a basis to be like, guys, look what I bought off the dark web. Then the video would take a turn for the worse. Originally, he was criticized for these videos because they're too strange for anybody over the age of 10 to even really understand what he was going for. But if there's one thing about ImJaystation, he liked to push the envelope, and no one could say that this dude isn't creative. And his creativity got him in a lot of big old trouble every once in a while. For instance, he repeatedly posted content that pushed the line just a bit too far. I mean, his usual content was already a little strange, you know, scary 3 a.m. phone calls for children. But sometimes he would do stuff that was just a little bit worse. Once even posting a video where he pretended to buy a slave off the dark web. That video in particular got him a little bit of criticism. Okay, no, a lot of criticism, including from me. I don't think I have to go too in detail as to why that video was a little bit over the line. His content tended to make people worried because he had such a large child audience and he was making such controversial and, you know, bad videos that he could cause the next adpocalypse if anybody in the media ever caught any attention of him. But one day he did get that attention, and God, was it for the worst thing ever. Jaystation posted a video about his girlfriend dying in, I believe he called it a car crash. Except, one problem, she was not dead. She was alive. And it turned out that Jaystation made it all up for a YouTube video. I think that any logical person can see why this is just a tiny bit messed up. His audience consisted of mainly children, and he posted a fake emotional video where he told these kids that she died, and he was like crying and the video was all sad. And this had an actual effect on a lot of the children watching, who believed it was, you know, actually true, and posted lots of comments expressing how sad they were for the passing of one of their favorite YouTube creators. Of course, lucky for all of us, this was entirely made up by Jaystation, and Alexia, his girlfriend, was alive and well. She made her own video responding to this whole thing at the time. We can only guess, but I assume that the plan was to have her come back after some sort of 3 a.m. summoning ritual or something. Given the rest of his content, that would be pretty much on par for what he was doing. Luckily, she came out with her video first. Now, at the time, I made a video on this, and if you want to know all the details about this entire thing where Jaystation faked his girlfriend's death, I'll put the card up in the corner, so just keep an eye out up there. It's actually the highest viewed video on my channel with 30,000 views, so I guess something good came out of this whole situation. Now, faking his girlfriend's death led to the demonetization of Jaystation's main channel under a rarely used rule that allows YouTube to take a look at the broader context and the impact of a YouTuber's behavior. Essentially, they decided that Jaystation's behavior reflected badly on the site as a whole and had the potential to cause problems for YouTube, so they removed his monetization. Since this rule was put in place after the infamous Forest incident, I can only think of 2 times that it's been publicly used, once on Jay and once on Nell. That should give you an idea of how serious YouTube takes invoking this rule. Strangely, it seems that YouTube did not demonetize Jaystation's second channel at that time, which was called Dream Team and had originally been used as a couples channel for Jay and his girlfriend. From here, Jaystation fell off my radar. He was not making content that was blatantly as bad as he used to do, and it seems like it changed his entire style of content as well as the channel name from Dream Team to 666. Since he stopped posting as many infuriating videos, I kind of forgot that he was around until recently, when both Jaystation's original channel and his 666 channel were terminated. This part's a little bit sketchy because most of the information we have on the actual bans come from Jaystation's Twitter feed. So keep in mind that we don't really have the perspective of somebody at YouTube represented here. It all started with a tweet that I saw, which read, "Hello, Team YouTube. My account was terminated. Please help. I think this was done in error." Which whenever you see a content creator asking for help because their account was removed in error, that always catches your eye. And that is never a good thing. So I looked into it and yeah, both of his channels just seemed to be gone. Team YouTube then a little bit later replied to him with, "Thanks for the tag. We sent you an email with details regarding regarding your account being terminated for terms of service violation. Look out for that in your inbox. You can also respond directly to the email if you have any follow-up questions, which kind of seemed a little bit less of a robotic answer than they usually give. I'm guessing that they were expecting him to reach out and had prepared an email. Seems like a strange response from them though, as they recently had no problem at all publicly sharing the reasons why they took down PewDiePie's music video. So why didn't they share publicly the reason that they took down his channel? In some follow-up tweets, Jay posted seemingly claiming that the reason both accounts were banned was because of his ImJaystation channel. He posted the following: "So I'm not allowed to have any channels because of my original channel ImJaystation at Team YouTube. This is not fair. I make reaction videos now and it's been so long." Followed up by, "I got an email from YouTube saying that because I made a channel 666, they terminated all my accounts and I can never have YouTube again. Even though when they banned ImJaystation, they said in their article that my 666 Dream Team channel was not the affected at Team YouTube." Now, from the YouTube rules perspective, yes, if you get one channel banned, then technically you're not allowed to restart another channel because that's basically ban evasion. So when they ban one account, they ban all of your accounts and you're not allowed to have any more accounts forever. I mean, there's people who've gotten around this, like Keemstar was banned at one point and he managed to come back by, I don't really know the story, but I guess he had somebody else own the channel and he was just a personality. I'm not super high on the details of that, but that's how he came back. It might surprise you to know that if what Jaystation posted was true and both of his accounts were banned because of his ImJaystation channel, which he hadn't uploaded to in a while, I actually think that the ban was unjustified. I know, it's cool to hate on the guy and he clearly has done a lot of bad stuff in the past, but to me, banning him for content on a that he hadn't been uploading on months after the initial controversy, months after his last upload, that's not right. I mean, if YouTube thought that his content was ban-worthy, why didn't they ban him when he was in the news for the faking his girlfriend's death thing, when it actually mattered that they made a response, when the public eye was on them? Why ban the guy on some random day in the middle of March? When the controversy between Jay and Alexia was trending and newsworthy, I really would have understood if they banned him. It was a completely messed up situation, but instead of banning him at that time, they removed his ability to monetize his videos on the ImJaystation channel. It's not like YouTube didn't have somebody comb through all of his videos at the time when they made the original decision to demonetize the guy. And if there was something ban-worthy, it should have come out then. I just don't understand why they would ban him months after the actual controversy when he wasn't even posting on that channel. Nothing really had changed, as far as I could tell, between the channel then and the channel when he was banned. I might think that the guy's done some bad things in the past, and I might disagree with him on almost anything, but this situation is messed up. I mean, he was using a second account which was specifically not demonetized by YouTube. I'm certain that they knew that he had the second account, they knew that he was uploading to it this entire time, and they knew that it was still monetized. So why is this suddenly an issue? It just seems weird to me. To be fair, he did respond to being banned by tweeting out Keemstar's docs for some reason, so I guess he really is not the kind of guy you want to associate with, because that's not cool, man. I don't care. First off, Keemstar didn't get you banned. What do you guys think? Should he have been banned, or should YouTube just let him keep on posting like they have been for the last several months? I had at one point agreed with myself that I wasn't going to make any more videos on Jaystation. I felt that I'd said everything about him that I could, and that, you know, every other channel had covered him to death as well, so there really wasn't much more that I could have added at that point. But now that his channels were banned, I had to talk about it. At the end of the day, I think my feelings on the matter can be summed up in one of my favorite quotes. I may disagree with what you say, but I will defend to my death your right to say it. At the end of the day, I think that deplatforming is never the answer, no matter who it is or how horrible the things that they had done are. Thank you very much for watching, everybody. Let me know how you feel about this down below, and if you haven't already, maybe check out some of the older videos that I made on this whole situation. Anyway, have a good day and God bless.